What's up, everybody? Christian James here. In today's video, we're going to watch Billboard Chris out of Vancouver. He's a dude who sounds just like I said. He's wearing a billboard all the time. And this lady comes up and decides to verbally assault him, so I figured we'd go over it together to see exactly what the Karen, who has no self-reflection, no idea. You know what's wild is when people throw out accusations and say things to other people, and they're literally doing the thing that they hate other people doing, and they're talking about it in the moment.
You're coming to me.
This is just hate.
That's exactly what I meant in the opener, right? This kind of shit coming into people's faces. He didn't say a word. He's just standing there with a sign on, right? This isn't Die Hard 3. You don't need to have that reaction, but sure, have that reaction because you simply disagree. And then you're making the face like you're chewing on gravel. All right, let's go.
Speech.
What's hateful about this?
Well, it's wrong. It is legal in Canada.
But it's children cannot consent to puberty blockers. That's not, just because something's legal doesn't make it not morally wrong.
I didn't say it's illegal, did I?
You said that they can't. Well, they can consent. The law says that they can.
They can't.
This
they
is
don't
just
have the
hate
knowledge to
speech.
consent.
Yeah, the law's wrong.
And you know, honestly, you know that 80.
Just because people don't agree with something doesn't make it hate speech. Define hate. Like, define it. Right? That's why it's called hate speech. There's no way to define hate speech. It's up to the judge. It's up to the prosecutor to decide if what the person did or did not say in this area in Canada is hate speech. It's so hard to define what hate speech is. People hate a lot of things. They hate being poor. They hate being broke. They hate being interrupted. They hate being talked down to by morons. People hate a lot of things. So does that make it hate speech because you're referring to a person you hate? Or does it only go against a certain protected group when you hate something?
5% of trans people experience violence. Like, the numbers are.
You mean when they give out the violence?
No, I'm talking about when
right.
they try to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like, I've had friends of mine
No, you haven't.
that are
You're lying.
transgender that have literally, like, I had a girlfriend who
You're
she
lying.
is non-binary, or like.
So she's crazy like you. You are a binary. You can't be nothing. You're male or female. I'm in between. That's because you're unattractive.
That's right, I said it.
Like, I believe she goes by they, them.
Who cares?
She literally went into, like, a bathroom,
Like a
women's bathroom, and got attacked by some woman who thought, you don't look enough like a female and shouldn't be in here, and you're attacking my rights.
So a man got attacked by a woman in a woman's bathroom?
No, a woman got attacked by a woman in a women's bathroom.
A man pretending to be a woman got attacked by a woman?
No, she's non-binary. And there's only a male and female bathroom. She
Was this person born male
Dude,
or female?
I'm not going. She was born female.
Then it's a girl.
Oh, okay. Got it.
She
So
looked.
a woman was
she
attacked
didn't
by a
look
woman.
enough.
So a woman attacked a woman for looking too masculine in the bathroom. More stories that didn't happen.
Like a typical.
Yeah, women
woman.
shouldn't get attacked by women. I object to that.
Oh, I mean, honestly, it's really sad that this is the soapbox to choose to stand on. Because I mean, like,
Yeah, I don't
there's
think we
kids
should
in
maim and
Gaza
sterilize children.
dying right now. There are people that are like literally being just like.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
I can't even, like, it's just.
No, you can't because you're not intelligent and you wanted to interact, but you can't say a whole sentence or formulate a thought to prove your point. But you're upset with children cannot consent to puberty blockers, but the billboard is doing a better job defending its point than you are.
It's really makes me sad.
Who cares?
Like, with everything going on with the states and
Everything
from
with
one
the
person
states,
to
from
another.
Trump. They're talking about
I
Trump.
hope, like,
Well,
I
let's talk about
respect your right to have an opinion and one that's different than mine and
No,
one
she
that
doesn't.
offends me. You have that right, and I think that you should have that right. But I just hope that one day you really think about it. And, like, watch the movie Boys Don't Cry.
I've been doing this for 5 years.
I saw the movies Boys Don't Cry like 20 years ago. The unattractive chick who plays the boxer who gets her neck broken. Don't know, don't care. But it's a girl who wants to be a boy, so she takes her boob and she wraps them up, and then she gets found out for being a girl, and they do terrible things to her. And then after those terrible things happened, they yelled cut, and they all had lunch together because it's a fucking movie.
Years and 8 months, so I think I've thought about it a little bit, all around the world.
Have you seen the movie Boys Don't Cry?
I have not seen that.
Try it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh, is it going to suddenly make me think that men can be women?
No, but it might make you.
Is it going to suddenly make
see
me think
a
that we should
different
sterilize kids?
perspective that from someone who's living like that, and just maybe
She lies to people about being a boy and isn't open with them, and they probably would be friends with her if she was open that they were a girl. And then they attack her sexually afterwards. And again, it's a movie, so after all of this happened, they all went and had lunch together, went to the trailers, and got paid a lot of money. But by all means, please let that influence who you are.
living a different life that you might not have considered what it would be like.
There's no
for them.
perspective that is going to make me think that we should cut off the body parts of children and sterilize kids.
Well, and that's like, again,
Why do you think we should do that?
what you just said, like, there's nothing that I can say to change your mind. I don't think that genital mutilation is something that anyone should ever have put on them. But there aren't kids getting
Girls are getting double
surgery at
mastectomies.
13.
I didn't say genital surgery. Girls as young as 14 are getting double mastectomies because they think they've been born in the wrong body.
As young as 14 are getting double mastectomies?
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Well,
Right there. You don't know, and you just disagree because you feel that it's wrong, but you're on the side until you realize the side is lowering consent to the point of absolute insanity. You're a grown woman and you're crazy, so you should make that decision for yourself. But children, and people say 13, 14, 15, they're not children. The fuck they ain't. I have teenagers. They're dumb as shit. They should not be making decisions. Half the time they fuck up the air fryer. Do not let people who think they're intelligent act as if they're intelligent, because those consequences cannot be reversed. Once your foot's gone, your foot's gone.
you can Google it. This is data pulled by the Canadian Institute for Health Information,
I've-
pulled from our children's hospitals.
I've had personally...
Several hundred children that we know of, but there are many more because some go to private clinics and we don't have that data. So it's in the thousands for sure of minors who have had double mastectomies as young as 14. They're doing this as young as 12 in the United States.
Could you imagine, so I'd imagine
Do you
a
think that's okay?
14-year-old is going to have to be fighting with a doctor for a really long time to get them to even do that surgery.
You would think.
Do you understand how long you're 14 for?
The medical malpractice potential in that, like a doctor would protect themselves and make sure that person really wants that, because they're going to grow, they're going to continue to grow, and their body could change and it could cause issues down the line. So for
Yeah, and their
someone,
brain's going to continue to develop, so we really shouldn't be doing that to kids, should we?
Well,
I'm glad
I
you
think
agree.
everyone has the right to choose what they want for their own body, that their own body is invaluable. Like that.
So you think 10-year-olds can consent to sterilizing themselves?
Nobody's sterilizing a 10-year-old.
Puberty blockers followed up by cross-sex hormones are sterilizing kids. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. You should listen to Danielle Metzger, the pediatric endocrinologist at BC Children's Hospital. You should listen to Marcy Bowers, the former president of WPATH, who admits on camera that they're doing this.
I don't feel like it's my right to tell another...
Endocrinologist at BC Children's Hospital. You
I
should
don't-
listen to Marcy Bowers, the former president of WPATH, who admits on camera that they're doing this.
I don't feel like it's my right to...
Because you don't want to, because now you feel stupid. The idea of how you feel having any merit on anything. You see everything in this video, everything in the background, the buildings, the streets, the lampposts, the signs, everything. Not one of those things was made because a person felt like it. It's because it was a necessity and it had to get done. What you feel like doing applies if what do you want to watch? Where do you want to eat? When it comes to regular shit, societal shit, staying on point, what you feel doesn't matter. When a person is being mutilated and you feel that you should, doesn't matter what you feel. Tell that person, especially when that person's a minor. If the person's grown, they're going to get a full face tattoo, you can tell them not to, but at the end of the day, who gives a shit? They're grown. But a child... There's reasons why we don't let them smoke or drive or drink or play with power tools, or when they go to the gym in the summertime under 16 or 18, they can only go in a certain section, use a certain amount of weight, because they're children. They're weak mentally and they're weak physically, so they need to be protected, just like they've always been. I can't believe we have to have this fucking conversation.
Tell another person what they should do with their own body, and especially when they have medical professionals involved.
But if we're
That
sterilizing
is-
kids, you do think that's wrong, right?
I think that any sterilization is wrong unless someone wants it. I've personally
unless
had
they
a
want it.
hysterectomy.
What if a 10-year-old wants it?
They're going to have a hard time finding a doctor that
No,
would
they
do it
won't.
unless there's a good reason.
No, they're not.
And
More
it's
than
not
half the
for
gender
me to
clinics across
judge.
Canada give puberty
How do
blockers
you
on their
know
first
that?
appointment.
Are you reading their medical reports? Are
Yes.
you reading the records
Correct.
well, a lot of those are public records, so I don't know how.
Jesus Christ, lady, you can't refute everything because you don't want to believe it. That's not how debates work. You can't assume everything he's saying with the real names of doctors, physicians, clinics, data. It's just wrong because you don't agree, because you have no information, because you're ignorant as fuck, because you came to debate with no information. Congratulations. You played yourself.
you do that.
Have you read the WPATH files, for example?
My medical records aren't
Well,
public.
let's
They're not
back up
putting
1
kids
second.
on
Have you
there.
read the WPATH files?
WPATH files?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know what WPATH is?
No.
Okay, well, it's the World Professional Association for Transgender Health. They write the standards of care. We're currently on version 8. They write the standards of care that gender clinics all around the world follow. And their recommendation is to give puberty blockers at Tanner stage 2. Do you know what that is?
No.
So that's the very beginning of puberty. That's when kids first get their pubic hair. Girls are first getting their breast buds. It's going to be, it's going to be about 2 years before they've had their periods.
How much they
So
have to
these
pay
kids
for
are
that?
about 10, 11, 12 years old.
How much
And in
does
more
that
than half of
cost?
the gender clinics across Canada,
Who cares?
they're getting these
Who
on their
cares?
very first appointment. And it doesn't cost them anything because it's paid by our provincial health care.
So if it's
Taxpayers
paid,
are paying for the
but
sterilization
you know
of
what
children.
the cost of something like that is. If you've read this W report, there
Yes,
would
I do.
definitely be the data of the cost.
Yes, I do.
So there's a
These
lot of
cost
money.
tens of thousands of dollars.
Exactly. That money
It's
doesn't
paid by
get
government
spent
health care.
unless someone has lobbied hard. I am a cancer survivor. I've had a hysterectomy.
You're just saying more and more things for empathy so he'll believe you and just succeed to your point, or succeed to your point. It's... If you're wrong, just walk away. Stop just saying more and more things for empathy as if he's going to give a fuck about what you are. Like you've had your uterus removed. You're a cancer survivor. You're born in the body of a midget. Like what else are you going to come up with? This has no validity to your argument. You're just losing.
And I had to fight 7 years to get it
No, you
at
didn't.
27 years old.
No, you didn't.
So to clarify, you don't know what WPATH is. You've never read any
See?
of their reports. You've never watched any of their own videos. You've
No,
never read any
I'm
of their
not
own
into that
emails
kind of
where they admit
shit.
to all of this.
It's not my
but you're
business.
coming to me with some authority telling me that
You're
they
wearing
don't
a
do
sign.
this.
I'm not telling
Correct.
you what they do or don't do, but I'm telling you from my experience, from the people that I've known that are transgendered, this isn't how it is. Nobody's getting, you have to fight to get that kind of health care.
It's not healthcare, it's mutilation. And again, the few people you know, this is what ladies always do. They bring it back to themselves. That's not how debates work. It's a generalization of information and people and facts. If you're going to be talking about like dogs, in the lower left-hand corner is a dog, you can't refer to just that dog, right? Or the person beside the dog is holding a brown paper bag. If you talk about bags, you can't just refer to that bag. It's dogs in general, male or female, bags, brown bags, black bags, white bags, see-through bags, plastic bags, paper bags. You can't argue from a singular perspective in a debate unless you're just debating each other about each other.
Research into the
Actually,
subject.
I've had a hysterectomy. I've had body parts removed that
You didn't
are
go to a
related.
gender clinic saying that you were a boy when you
Huh?
were 10 years old.
No, but did you know you were a boy when you were 10 years
So
old?
you're comparing
Yeah.
apples to oranges here, and I'm very sorry that you had a hysterectomy.
That's
They're
okay.
doing these on 18-year-olds as well because they think they were born in the wrong body.
I
That's
had
also
cervical
medical
cancer
malpractice.
at 19 years old.
What does this have to
And
do with the
I'm
price of
telling
chicken?
you, I had to fight for it. So I hear what you're saying, that you're reading facts
Yes,
and
this is-
data.
this is
but
one of
when
the
I
things
talk
that's
to
backwards
people,
about this.
It doesn't line up.
This is one of the things that's so backwards about this, is that when women want to get their tubes tied, for example, they have to fight for it. When they want to get a hysterectomy, perhaps because they have endometriosis, they have to fight for it. But as soon as you bring gender into the equation, these doctors just say, oh, you're transgender? Here, we'll do whatever you want.
If you can recognize that we have to fight for it to get that kind of medical care, how can you believe that doctors are just willingly
Because the data's online and it's real and they admit to it, you fucking retard. That's how.
giving it out on the other end? Like,
Because I know what I'm talking
how does that line
about.
up in your mind?
Well, it shouldn't happen. You're correct, it shouldn't happen, but it is happening.
I don't
One of the
believe
reasons
that.
I'm out here.
Again, like, I'm not reading this in reports.
I don't blame you for not believing it.
It's the personal, experiences I had. It's the people that I know that
You
are
can go
fighting
listen to
for
the
these.
trans health professionals themselves. You can listen to Dr. Daniel Metzger, the pediatric endocrinologist at BC Children's Hospital, talk about this. It's on video.
It really, what it boils down, I understand that you feel like you're fighting a cause that's important to you, and I respect that. But
No, you don't. No, you don't.
if you think that this
If you say anything and follow up with but, you don't believe what you said before the but, okay? It's just like, listen. You say all these terrible things and then you follow up with no offense. That's not how offense works, okay? You can't say somebody's a fucking retard. And you're like, but no offense. No, offense. Offense. Same thing here.
doesn't lead to violence.
What I'm doing leads to violence against me all the time.
I bet.
3 times just in the last week.
I bet.
I literally never
This is some of
see
the most-
violence perpetrated upon. Am I allowed to speak without getting cut off? I literally never see violence perpetrated upon trans-identified individuals. It's always the other way.
That's where I said 85% of transgendered individuals, and that's a fact.
You're a liar. Because, I mean, I'd see at least a few getting beat up every year. And I've never seen one get beat up. Not one. Of course, they're very few, but somehow we worry about them like they matter in the whole populace of the country. But they're less than 1% of people. But sure.
It was nice to talk to you.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Have a good one.
You too.
You can't teach a person who doesn't want to hear. She'll go home. She's got some things to think about. And she'll eventually come around. She's absolutely right about so much of this. It's unbelievable, and I don't blame her for not believing it. But she knows absolutely nothing about the subject. Exactly zero. So we'll see. A lot of times when I have these conversations, if they come around, that's fine. But the real benefit of these conversations is for all of you. For hundreds of thousands of people who watch this. For doubters who watch this.
All right, Chris, you got to wrap it up with some more finesse, buddy. But look, that's how it is. Just because people, especially ladies, when they don't agree with something because they don't feel it's correct, they just dispute it. And then they go by the 5 fucking people they know if they're telling the truth to say like, well, I don't believe the data and the facts and the information and the figures and the science and the math. I believe what I know because what I know is more important than all the data that's relative to the subject and the information. Do you see how fucking crazy that sounds? If you're like that, stop being that way. I'm out.